They're getting rid of it. They are getting rid of PT. What is up, fam? It is Shar, and welcome to Law and Living Color, where I provide quick tips and experiences on the law school process and legal field as a person of color. So this is an off the top video, and I wanted to briefly go over some news that I found out and I thought would maybe shed some light on how this law school cycle has been. Of course, more light. I know I've talked about the law school cycle in my prior videos. However, I just wanted to give you guys an update on some of the schools and what they have decided to do moving forward. So first thing on the docket is PT from Duke Law. So Duke offered this really cool program called Priority Track, and what it basically is when you take your LSAT and you pay for CAS, what LSAC does is send out your scores to some law schools, and law schools see those scores and they decide to send you fee waivers, or in Duke's case, let you know if you're eligible for Priority Track. And they'll send you out an email inviting you to apply via Priority Track. And the cool thing about it is you get your decision in 10 days. This is what I actually applied for. When they sent it out to me, I applied immediately and I really got my decision in 10 days, and it was one of the best news I've heard in my life. They're getting rid of it. They are getting rid of PT. I kind of suspected this was going to happen because of over-enrollment this year. So many schools were over-enrolled and so many people applied and got into these law schools that I could imagine that with Priority Track, it was just like it contributed to the enrollment. Because when you think about it, if you would use the Priority Track application, you're already considered admitted. So they have all these seats that have already been taken up in probably around September, October, because they believe they stop in November or something like that. So they have seats taken up from Priority Track. Now, I do not know how many people they offer Priority Track to, and I don't know how many people actually take hold of that opportunity or get in via that opportunity. However, I had my suspicions that because of this cycle, they were going to get rid of it, and they did. In other news, Berkley is over-enrolled as well. They had a goal of 320 students, and I believe they officially have 420, which is an additional 100, which means an increased class size at Berkley. They talked about this and how this cycle was unbelievably competitive and how many amazing applicants they received. They just simply could not say no to everybody. This is not unheard of, as I've talked about it before with Columbia and with other schools. Over-enrollment has been the theme here. However, there has been movement off of some wait lists, which, I honestly did not think was gonna happen, if we have to be all the way real, because all these schools are sending out emails saying, hey, do you wanna take off time? We'll give you more money if you take off time, or, you have to commit to us right now. Like, the way schools have been moving, I did not think people were really gonna get off the wait list. I did not think there's gonna be a lot of wait list movement. Some people are like, they expect to get off the wait list around May, June. Because schools were so over-enrolled this year around, I expected if there was gonna be wait list movement, that it was gonna be towards the end, which means that schools are gonna have a better idea of what their class size is gonna be and whether they could admit more students or not. Sometimes this happens in June, but I just figured for this year, since there were so many students this go around, that they probably waited till closer to the last minute, which they did. People were hearing back the first week, second week, and up to third week of July, whether they got off of the wait list or not. And you would be surprised about some of the schools. Notre Dame had wait list movement, and I made an entire video about how they handled their over-enrollment and how they gave a time frame. If you want to check that out, you can. So I further have a list of schools that I saw via Reddit, via Law School Numbers, that had waitlist movement this past month, in July actually, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to those that got off of it. So shout out to those that got off the wait list for UT Austin, UGA, Cornell, Notre Dame, Michigan, Northwestern, and George Washington. And I'm sure there were a lot more waitlist movement, but those are the top ones that I saw. So congrats to you guys. That is a big, big deal. So that's all, guys. It was a very quick video. I just wanted to give y'all an update about what's going on in the law school cycle right now. And this cycle is coming to a close. If you like this video, you want to see more like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. My life has been pretty hectic lately. I picked up a part-time job tutoring LSAT on the side, on top of everything else that is going on. So I am trying my best to get content to you all and for you all to get as much information and tools that you need to go throughout this process. If you guys have anything in particular that you want to see or have any questions that you want me to talk about, please comment them in below, or you can hit me up on my socials, which are also below. Since this was a short video, I do not have a quote to afford y'all today, but I do want to have one very important thing that I really want to say for those of you that are applying this upcoming cycle in the next couple months. Please apply early. Peace, guys.